Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Good evening and welcome to Flow episode 42. I am your host, Cam Cooksey, and it is February 28th, 2026 in the year of our Lord. Last night was kind of crazy, or early this morning. I was actually wide awake when the news popped off. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but I have other stuff that I had planned ahead of last night. And I saw that John and them are going to be talking about some of this stuff on DPH tonight at 10:30, and I'm not totally sure what Alpha's doing, but I have a feeling that he's going to be doing a show talking about this with Josh. Don't take my word for it, but just letting you guys know. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Let me get the music going so we got some background flow. Let's see. Let's start off with I'm feeling lucid today. Gotta turn my volume down so it doesn't pick up. Anyways, how's everybody in the chat doing? I saw a bunch of people that I obviously know in here. See Bay Theater Dave. I'm using my phone to chat. Hello to all. Oh, that is Grumpy Drone. Holy smokes, Cam has a plan. Get out of here. My plan is there is no plan. Tricked you guys. Good to see you though. Eleanor 2000. What's up, Mama Bear? How you doing? Not to be confused with Mama Bear. On X, but good to see you, Miss Eleanor. Miss Rude Freedom Fighter is here, the legend herself. Good evening, everyone, and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to everyone in the chat. Mo Queer, I remember the name. Good evening, everybody. We got Jennifer Ray is here. Hi, Eleanor. We're finally getting some warm weather. Yes, that is Jennifer is another Georgia peep of ours, and we're finally getting some warm weather here. Today was probably in the high 60s. It might even hit the 70s at some point. Yeah, 70 degrees was the high, so we're getting some spring weather, which is nice. Big Theater Dave said, hey, Joan. That means Joan's here somewhere. See Ghost Smith's here. I want to know who gave a thumbs down before the show starts. Eat a bag of dicks. If you want, you can ingest a satchel of Richards. It's up to you. And all I know, thank you, Ghost Smith, for sticking up for me. But all I know is that whoever did that, they just gave us more engagement. So joke's on them. Ha! And for all the people on, excuse me, for all the people on YouTube, that's me over on YouTube. I said, hey there, bad bitch. I finally got the chat up to start the show. And I see Oma Bear 5586 is over here. It says, hello, what a day, huh? Where's that? Right here. Oh, no, that's Mike. Mike Mazza says, provided they don't screw us with chemtrails. I'm not sure what we're talking. Oh, with the day. Yeah, it's been a great day. It's funny because when I was outside like 30 minutes ago, I saw a plane. It was really weird because the plane was flying by. It was obviously some type of airline plane because it was really high up in the sky. But it looked like orange. I think it was just from the sunset, but it was really weird. And the trail wasn't like too strong, but I don't know, man. I feel like I'm still gun shy from all the years they've been poisoning us in the skies. So let's get the show started. Oh, I forgot. Almost forgot. My boy, Danny Lukács. Yep, I said his name. Whatever, he knows. The man, the myth, the Cam. Even though he spelled myth right. And I say right because Daniel's spelling is always wrong, which makes it right. Let's see who else we got in here. There's a couple people I definitely missed. Karos 5326. Good to see you. There's Joan or Joanne. Joanne Coach. Good to see ya. Let's see. Claire Cat's here because she said hey to Claire Cat. Good evening, Claire Cat. Great to see you. And if I missed anybody else, just keep chatting. I'll end up seeing your name in a little bit. Tennessee Flower Girl. Hey, how you doing? Hope you guys are getting some warm weather up there too. I know you guys are pretty close, a little bit over the border. Ooh, Mike Mazza. Jackie was talking about this on her show today. By the way, Jackie's show was fantastic today. Real quick, Mike Mazza says, coming March 3rd, Blood Moon. Yep. And was it Bad Moon Rising, Jackie, that was playing today? She probably won't be able to hear me because she has her headphones on, and she'll respond when she hears it. We'll wait for that. Oh, she didn't hear me. I said, was it Bad Moon Rising that was played today when you brought up the Blood Moon? Yeah. So in our chat, or in the YouTube chat, Mike Mazza said that March 3rd is the Blood Moon.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. And thank you, Claire, for pointing that out to us earlier. Eleanor 2000 says March 2nd, Purim celebration. Purim that's a Persian holiday, I believe. I'm not totally sure, but interesting. All right. Oh, yes. Tennessee Flower Girl says today was lovely. Oh, Purim is a Jewish holiday. Sorry to all the Persian people out there. They probably did not like that, but I don't know all the other holidays, to be honest. I know most of the Christian holidays, the ones that are just like obscure ones that were kind of made up in the latter centuries. Some of those, shut up, Daniel. Some of those I know, but to me, every day is a holiday. But all right, like I said, let's get into the show. We're going to go with our first ad to start off the show, and that is from our very own Jordan Sather at Conscious Strength. Aha yourself with supplements that don't suck from Conscious Strength. Founded by Badlands' very own Jordan Sather in 2019, Conscious Strength products are made in America and won't break your bank, unlike other online brands. Their lineup includes collagen for strengthening joints and hair, electrolytes to get rid of those cramps. That's going to be huge, guys, coming up. Electrolytes, getting warm again. Green powder that tastes good and mixes easy. Actually, all these are going to be important because, getting out there in the sun, like we going to the beach and stuff. So we got green powders that taste good and mixes easy. We got She Legit gummies, methylene blue, zeolite, and more. Flip the finger to pharma. Be your own doctor and get supplements that you can trust from Conscious Strength. Go to badlandsmedia.tv/strength to shop now. One more time, badlandsmedia.tv/strength. Link will be in the description below. And thank you to Jordan. In our group chats, I've talked to Jordan recently, but I don't think I've talked to him in a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he's doing well. He was in, he and Nate did their midweek Maha show. And they were talking about, I know it was obviously psilocybin. Psychedelics. So if you haven't seen that episode, it was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. But shout out to Jordan, and his products are fantastic. I have not taken methylene blue today, as you can tell. My tongue is not blue, but I will probably get that after the show. And let's go ahead and do another ad real quick. Next up, we have Van Man. All right, we got Van Man back, or I have him back. You know about Van Man taking down big toothpaste with all natural oral care, right? Van Man's tooth powder is loaded with minerals like eggshells and bone, combined with pulling oils and peppermint aloe mouth rinse. It's truly the ultimate fluoride-free dental hygiene bundle that saves you 25% off the individual prices. And the van never stops. Introducing Van Man's new Pearl Eye Cream and Sweet Onion Shampoo. I had this one last week. I remember because I was talking about eating it. Again, probably shouldn't eat it, but I bet you could. Introducing Van Man's new Pearl Eye Cream and Sweet Onion Shampoo. Remember, don't eat it. Head over to badlandsmedia.tv/vanman to see what's new. That's badlandsmedia.tv/vanman. All right, and we'll get to the rest of the ads later on in the show. The other two, I believe, are from us. Yep. So we'll get to those a little bit later. All right. So we got even more people. We got Harry Patriot over here in the YouTube chat, joining Oma Bear, Mike Mazza, and Babbage. And then we got all the regulars. Ooh, Janice 2000, good to see you. Got all the regulars over here on the Rumble. Speaking of Rumble, Daniel, if you get a chance, send me a clip of the highlights of the fight today, so I can pull it up and talk about Francis, if you don't mind. Cujo, good to see you, brother. Cujo Cujo, call sign Cujo, is in the chat. I know there's another Cujo floating around, but this is the original Cujo, the OG Cujo. Good to see you, brother. Man, this is a good day, guys. I know that everyone's emotions are all over the place. Indie Patriots here, 83. Good to see you. I know people's emotions are all over the place because of what happened last night. I know that some people are not happy about the fact that it seems like we're going to war. I don't believe that we're going to war. I think that these are strategic strikes. I think that they've been in the works for a while, especially because the post that Donald Trump shared on his Truth Social, and that's been shared around all over after the strikes in the middle of the night, it was clearly pre-recorded. I mean, I noticed a jump cut at one point in it, and I'm just wondering how long ago was it recorded? Because obviously it was planned ahead. Was it recorded a day before, last night, 10 minutes before? Either way, though, you don't do something like this without it being planned ahead of time. The only thing that is giving me pause is the connection with Israel, because obviously they were highly involved in, well, allegedly they were highly involved in it as well. Actually, allegedly we were too, but I need another at least like 48 hours to digest. Maybe on like Tuesday, when more information comes out, I'll have more of a take on it. But we'll talk about that a little bit, but mostly we're just gonna go through the normal flow of the show. So I'm gonna start off with the Donald Trump Truth Social post that I saw a day ago, and this one is, he's coming after, let's see, I'd say people trying to strong arm our country from within, I would say too. This one's about what is this company called? Anthropic. Now, I don't know too much about the whole AI scene, but I'm trying to learn because I think it's very important to know what's going on, especially when it comes to new tools and technologies. So let me pull this up on the screen. Pull up this post. I'm actually going to make it bigger and read it, and then I'll come back on the screen. All right, so from Donald Trump on Truth Social, that was the 27th, so yesterday at 3:47 p.m. He says, the United States of America will never allow, in all caps, the United States of America will never allow a radical left woke company to dictate how our great military fights and wins wars. End of gigantic quotes, or not gigantic quotes, gigantic words, letters. That decision belongs to your commander-in-chief, gigantic words again. I'm gonna start calling them gigantic words, by the way, guys. I don't know why, but that's funnier to me, because when he does the all caps, I just see it as like a billboard screaming at me. That decision belongs to your commander-in-chief and the tremendous leaders I appoint to run our military. The left-wing nutjobs at Anthropic have made a disastrous mistake, trying to strong-arm the Department of War and force them to obey their terms of service instead of our Constitution. Their selfishness is putting American lives at risk, our troops in danger, and our national security in jeopardy. Therefore, I am directing every federal agency in the United States government to immediately cease all use of Anthropic's technology. We don't need it. We don't want it, and will not do business with them again. Damn, you fucked Anthropic. I would say part of my language, but I meant it. There will be a 6-month phase-out period for agencies like the Department of War who are using Anthropic's products at various levels. Anthropic better get their act together and be helpful during this phase-out period, or I will use the full power of the presidency to make them comply, with major civil and criminal consequences to follow. We will decide the fate of our country, not some out-of-control, radical left AI company run by people who have no idea what the real world is all about. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. Whew. Strongly worded letter. And when it comes from him, it's not just a letter, it's action too. So what are you guys thinking? I see you guys talking. Yeah. I did not. Thank you, Daniel. I'll pull that up in just a second. Good to see you, Scheisler. Good to see you. What do you guys think? I don't know too much about the AI. There's probably someone in this chat that's been following along with it for a while. Maggie Bundy is in the chat. I'm waiting for the thing to pop up so I can put your name up. Good to see you. She says, hey, y'all. I think she meant, hey, y'all. But, you know, she's a corn husker, so they don't talk like us. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what to think about this. I saw a couple of people's takes on it, and think they're kind of doing the same thing that I was talking about with the whole Iran strike, waiting a little bit to see what plays out. But yeah, man, that's one thing that I've always worried about with AI and the different companies, especially the big tech companies that are obviously basically running AI, which in turn kind of runs the world because that technology is advancing so quickly. I like that. It at least seems like we're taking our power back. So I appreciate that. If anyone has anything to say in the chat, go ahead. If not, I'm going to move on to the next post. This next post from Donald Trump on Truth Social is talking about Minnesota and autism payments. So on this one, he says, and this is from yesterday at 10:49 p.m. He says, Minnesota autism payments have gone from $1,099,946 in 2017 to $343,176,474 in 2024, an increase of 34,000%. Let me say that one more time, guys. The increase in payments for Minnesota autism have gone up by 34,000% in just a few years. Steve Miller, Russ Vaught, Dr. Oz, Pam Bondi. This is a giant scam. I mean, we kind of knew that, but I love that they're, even though the Doge thing has kind of taken a back seat, I love that fraud is just being searched out and called out, to be honest, because that's a ridiculous amount of money, guys. That is so much money. And on top of that, what happens is this money, I mean, you know this, but what happens is this money, because it's being used as fraud, it's not going to any type of autism research. That's probably the same reason why we don't have proper studies on what causes autism, even though most of us probably would agree that it has to do at least with the vaccines, if not mostly the heavy metals that they put into them, and the vaccine schedule in general. Just vaccines in general, you know, they're very dangerous, in my opinion. But yeah, I just love that it's being called out. And whenever Donald Trump puts out a Truth Social post, it gets, let's see, this has 29,000 likes and 8.59 thousand retweets. So, I mean, word's getting out. Let me continue the post. Investigate and arrest these crooks now. More Somali involvement. California is worse. Balanced budget. Thank you to Gutfeld, President DJT. Interesting. It must have been on Gutfeld's show or something that he brought that up, but that's fascinating to me. I love how this man is able to be ready to be prepared for a strike that's about to happen, because he obviously knew ahead of time. In a few hours after this post was released, the strike happened, or at least we got word of it. On top of that, he's talking about autism payments. And I think there's one more thing that I was going to bring up. Nope, that was the last thing on Truth Social, on Truth Social about Iran attack stuff. So again, thoughts in the chat. If anyone has anything that they want me to bring up, go ahead and say it. But oh, here we go already. Badlander fan, good to see you. It says, hey all, no wonder in about 2013 they brought in the diagnosis of autism. Yep, it was all a setup, man. They planned so far ahead for this fraud that they put out there. I'm with Mike Mazza. Audit the Federal Reserve. Yes, that technically ties into it as well, because when the money printer goes brrr, they have way more stuff to play around with, and it also weakens our purchasing power. So that's annoying. Indie Patriot 83 says, I'm still thinking that Minnesota GOP whistleblowers should be investigated as well. They blew the whistle, knew nothing happened, so they let it go for 8 more years. Yes. See, that's a lot of us at Badlands have been talking about that. Not just hosts, but everyone in Badlands. But man, the GOP, bunch of snakes, man. This actually ties in nicely. So the first book I'm going to read this year all the way through is going to be this one. I've had it for a couple years, but I haven't read it yet. It's Black Rednecks and White Liberals by Thomas Sowell. I might have mispronounced his name, but I read the preface of the book, and I love how he starts off the introduction to the book by basically saying that everything in here is based off of research that he's done over the years with some help of other people, but in no way is he saying that any of it's fact. But one thing that is is clear, and it also ties into Malcolm X's comments about the white liberal. I would say at this time period, the GOP is what Malcolm X was describing as the white liberal. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. They pretend to be your friend. They pretend to have the same values as you, and then, pardon my language, they fuck us in the end. And I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it anymore. If you guys heard me last night, I was talking about how I don't care who's telling me what to do. The fact that you tell me what to do, that's my problem. I have a problem with people thinking that they know my life and my decisions and my values better than me. So first of all, you got to define your values. I suggest you find God first, get right with him, and then search out your values from there. Because if we don't, man, we're just going to get played by everybody. And that also ties into the whole Iran strike thing, because John was talking about it earlier, that he still supports Donald Trump, or President Trump. He's still a full-on Trump supporter, but he doesn't support wars. He doesn't support new wars. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a war, but he was just really upset with, not upset, he's really annoyed with people that, not really any of us, there's probably some people out there, but with people that say no new wars, no foreign involvement, and then the moment we strike Iran, everyone's just like, yes, we did it, like, hooray, we're bombing Iran, and then they just go back on their stance. And I get it, man. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. So anyways, Wasazi00 in the YouTube chat says, if the Somalis aren't that smart, someone had to help with the fraud. Exactly. That's where the Minnesota GOP comes in, because even though we know that the DNC up in Minnesota is corrupt as all get out, and they have plenty of Somalian involvement, it's an incestuous relationship, unintended. But the GOP, man, they're over there just watching in the corner. Nasty. Anyway, let's see. Eleanor 2000 says, what is infuriating is one of the gang of 8 leaked that Trump was doing this, and Naveel Roy Singham waved his wand, and poof, signs and hands of Iran appear for protesters. Yeah, man, it's all this stuff's a dirty game. Babbage, Black Rednecks is a good one. Yep. When I saw that book, I probably saw this book like 10 years ago, and I was fascinated by the title, because I was just thinking, like, I know a lot of Black Rednecks, but I didn't know where he was going with it. So I'm really excited to see what's Soul. Thank you very much, Trumpet, and good to see you. I saw your message earlier, but I was in the middle of reading. And yes, it is Thomas Sowell, which is a fitting name, because if you know anything about the man, I've heard some of his speeches. Fascinating guy, man. I know that he was older when he passed, but still, I really wish that he was around for this time, because he'd had some very interesting takes on what's going on. And I'm not going to speak for the man, especially because he's gone, but I have a feeling he would have definitely been a strong Trump supporter. And Yaz, man. Make sure to give Cam a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up, guys. It's not just for me, it's for everyone at Badlands. It's for our whole community. The more thumbs up we get, the more interaction we get, the more good things happen, allegedly. So thank you so much. Polaris Park, good to see you. It says, okay, John. Yeah, you know what you should do? You should come to the chat tonight at 10:30, and right, maybe not even in the chat, just come to the show at 10:30 DPH, and let John speak for himself, because I don't want to speak for him, but I could tell that he was visibly upset. And I think he posted something on X, but he was definitely frustrated with the people that were super excited about bombing Iran, that weren't already having a stance of, we need to take out their nuclear capabilities and other type of attack vectors. And I personally think that they're a proxy state still, or they were until maybe last night. They probably still are, because it's not just gone all of a sudden. But I do think it's important for us to realize that, as Chris says, and many other people, but Chris has definitely said it the most, there's a good twin and evil twin in every country. And he knows more than us. Donald Trump does. So I will wait to see what we're told, which is super unfortunate. I wish I could be out there figuring out, but I also don't want to be over there. Seems like a shit show. But from the little information that we do get, we can make a decent decision, hopefully, in the near future. Indie Patriot 83. I keep having to reread the Constitution. SCOTUS ain't helping much. Yeah, I agree. But the best part about that is the first part of your statement, which is I have to reread the Constitution. We have to be very well aware of what our founding documents are, so that we can defend ourselves and use them to our advantage. CSUSB GeoChem1 says, damn, did audio files go late? Yeah, I think they went a little late because when I was starting, they were still going. But that's okay because today's episode was awesome. Ash was on there talking about jam bands. And for all the people out there that, well, I know some people probably don't hate jam bands. For all the people out there that kind of, it's not their cup of tea, I feel like the parts that I did hear when I was getting ready for the show, she did a really good job of kind of breaking down why jam bands are so important to music and sovereignty in general, because they're not controlled by record labels. They're not controlled by really anything. It's just their music and their fans. That's what controls their revenue and their exposure. But good to see you. He said, or am I? Well, you're on time for me. Rocky Top Apologist says, hey Cam, can you put my chat up on TV so Jen and Ford can see my new profile picture on the big screen, please? Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Let me see if I think the best way to do it would probably be to share the tab. I think that might be the easiest way to see it, because if I do it the other way, let's see. Where you at? Where'd you go? Oh, you're way back here. Oh, we got a Rumble rant that came in. I'm gonna read that in just a second. Where you at, Rocky Top? You gotta send another message. Oh, there you are. You can't really see it. Here, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Let me see if that works. Yeah. There you go. I think that's as far as I can get it. It looks like you and a little baby. Your little baby. Actually, he's not a little baby anymore. I think that's enough time. Polaris Parks one is great. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, look at Miss Rhea Freedom Fighter. All happy right there. Who would have thought that the same person with that smile on their face would be the one that can cuss like a sailor and doesn't give a F about what anybody thinks. Love you, sis. All right. Daniel, I will pull up your thing in a second. I just got to go find it and get a little break for something. But stop apologizing for Rocky Top. All right. Rocky Top, I'm done apologizing for you. Figure it out, man. Figure it out. Wait, you said, oh, wait, it's Colorado. Never mind. What? Oh, I got you. You're talking about CSUS. Yeah, I was apologizing for him, not Rocky Top. I ain't never apologizing to Rocky Top. I'm just kidding. And yes, what Jackie said, Miss Rhea Freedom Fighter, I don't think people will be on Alpha's channel. There is a placeholder for something else at the same time as people on Badlands. So check Alpha's X posts or X account either at the end of the show or like at some point during the show when we're in between things, and he'll probably give you more information. And I think Josh might be with him, so Josh is a little bit better about posting that stuff. Matt VK, good to see you, brother. Says heyo, the salute emoji. Right back at you, brother. Good to see you. So anyway, let's get to this Rumble rant from Keros5326. Keros says, let me get the screen back up. Keros says, sure do love you and the Jackie girl. Man, I love that Jackie girl too. We love you too. Thank you so much and good to see you. Thank you so much for the $10, but more importantly, thank you for your love and support. And by the way, guys, I realize sometimes when I say stuff, it sounds a little corny, but I'm just a really corny dude. Oh, Jackie says they've already announced no people. So no people tonight, no persons. And Badlander fan says to Jackie, thank you so much. See, if Jackie was actually a mod, she'd be the best mod in all the land. No offense to the mods that are on right now. Thank you so much, because you kick off a lot of people that talk a lot of shit. To us, not to me specifically, because you talk shit to me. I don't really care. But don't come after my friends and my familia, my Badlandia family. Josh's World, party on, excellent. Yeah, Revelator, I know where you got that from. I know the movie. There we go. Jackie says that was posted 2 hours ago. Always check social media first. Yep, because that's like the easiest way to get the word out to people. I can't really think of another way that people are going to do it, because mean, how else are you going to do that? But yeah, anytime. Just Lisa Payne is the best mod ever. Okay, so yes. So at first I was like Payne, but it's because it has an E at the end. Red pill wife. And the reason he says that, in my opinion, is because if you've ever been in Zach's chat, there are some ferocious people that come in there. When I mean ferocious, I mean like people that have no business having a computer, and they're probably bots too. But she will give you the verbal finger, and then kick your ass out. It's great. I love it. I love it. And then Badland Defense says, Jackie, thanks for doing the work for me. Jackie says, as in, you're welcome. All right, let's keep it moving. So let's see. We'll go ahead and get into the Iran stuff. So I actually just saw this recently before the show. This is on Donald Trump's True Social as well. But I didn't realize that there had been talk. Well, I knew that a while ago there was talk of Iran interfering in our elections, but this post, I don't know if it muddied the water or if it just like gave more clarity. I'm not really sure. But anyway, Donald Trump on Truth Social at 4:35 in the morning, so a little bit, I think it was like 2 hours after the attack, he says, Iran tried to interfere in 2020, 2024 elections, 2020 and 2024 elections to stop Trump, and now faces renewed war with the United States. And it says the same thing, this title. And I'll just read this little headline. It says, while Democrats and their stenographers in mainstream media screamed about a fever dream involving collusion between Russia and Trump, the Iranian regime deployed unnoticed election interference operations. So Donald Trump is pointing at the fact that Iran is not only guilty of, in his eyes and in the military's eyes, of developing nuclear weapons and nuclear technology that is beyond what was agreed upon after the strike last year, but also they interfered in our elections. And I think that that's basically been the that's the narrative right now for the reason for the attack. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to see more. But I thought this was interesting because him putting it out there right now about the elections. I'm glad that what he said earlier is still somewhat out there, which is prevalent, which is that our elections are the most important thing. And I will not get off that hill. And until we have free and fair elections, no mail-in ballots, no machines, one-day paper ballots, I'm not trusting any of this stuff, especially from people that are selected officials. And then let's go back to the last one, which is the post from last night. Or no, not from last night, from today. So this is, in my opinion, this is the, not the coup de grace. Yeah, it's kind of like the coup de grace statement of the whole last 12 to however many it was, like 18 hours. Let me pull this up and I'll make this one full screen. So Donald Trump on Truth Social at 4:37 p.m. today, he says, Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world. But for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems and working closely with Israel. There was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. This is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. Now, if you guys listen to his, sorry, let me pull myself up for a second. Now, if you guys listen to his like 8-minute statement last night, the one I told you seemed recorded, that was something that he was pointing out, was that this is a chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. I don't know where you stand on that, but he's made it a point to say that this is not just a regime change for us to install somebody. This is a regime change for the people of Iran to be able to have their own country back. So that makes me feel a little bit better. I know it's just words, but it does make me feel as though this is more of a picking out the evil twin in Iran and cutting ties Also, the China effect, because China was using them as a proxy, as well as, in my opinion, Israel. Let's get back to the post though. We are hearing that many of their IRGC, military, and other security and police forces no longer want to fight and are looking for immunity from us. As I said last night, now they can have immunity. Later, they only get death. Oh, strong words. Hopefully, the IRGC and police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots and work together as a unit to bring back the country to the greatness it deserves. That process should soon be starting, in that not only the death of Khomeini, but the country has been, in only one day, very much destroyed and even obliterated. There's so many commas. The heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week, or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. Now, obviously, I kind of butchered a little bit of that, and I was breaking it up. If you want to go check it out, you can go on to Truth Social and see it. But I think it's interesting that not only are they saying that Khomeini's dead, they're giving us more and more of the story, more and more of the narrative that they want to sell us. And obviously I say narrative and sell us because we don't know what actually happened. We just have reports, and we don't know why they did it. We just have reports. So that's all we can go off of right now. But narrative wise, everything seems good. In my opinion, it's not a new war. It's a strategic strike. It's akin to Venezuela, but in Venezuela, that one's a little more like, when he said there wasn't a shot fired, obviously that was kind of, that story narrative was changed a little bit during the State of the Union. But I don't know, man. Eyes on, guys. Eyes on, and stay calm. Pray. Stay calm and pray to God. Pray to God for discernment and for understanding, because in the end, God's going to win. And as long as we're on his side, we're going to be all right. But this world is a crazy world, man. And we know who, it's not his world. It's not his world because God created it. But we know who runs around pretty much with immunity in this world as of right now. And that's Satan. So pray, open your Bibles, people. Rebelnator, perfect. Actually, Rebelnator, I'll come back to this one, but I saw from Frederick Leathers first. Good to see you, by the way, Frederick Leathers. 72-hour rule applies. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. 72 hours, just enough time to get your facts straight. That's another thing is, when time passes, it's kind of like with assassinations or any type of big news story. 72 hours, you usually get more information. It's a little bit easier to digest. But also within 72 hours, the narrative can be completely manipulated and fed out to us in a digestible way that keeps us from thinking about what actually happened in the moment. So remember how you felt when you first heard about it, when you woke up this morning, if you're up late last night like I was. Think about it, how you feel about it tomorrow, the next day, and then by Tuesday, whatever your decision is, do not forget how you felt before, because the stuff they're going to be giving you on Tuesday is going to be a nice clean-cut version after all the PR cover-ups. So eyes on, y'all. And I like fish. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Bombing for peace. It seems so oxymoronic, but who knows? Who knows? I know I don't. Frederick Leathers. For the next 72 hours, I will feel strongly both ways. Yep. I don't know if I'll feel strongly both ways, but I will think about it both ways. Jaggy says, who's to say any of this is real? Exactly. That's the other thing. And I have a feeling they're going to be talking about that tonight on DPH, but who's to say any of that's real? And I'm fascinated to hear what Josh and Alpha talk about, and then Chris and John after that, because I have a feeling they're going to be very different takes, but they're coming from people that love and respect each other. So, I mean, what's wrong with listening to both sides? Let's see. So I'm not laughing at Jackie, but she's laughing over there, so it's probably something funny. But I'm laughing at Est Evenson. Was John Kerry with the Supreme Leader? I mean, we could hope, allegedly. I could allegedly hope. I don't know how to say that. But no, I don't think he was. Jackie says, AI has been too good to deceive, too good to decipher nowadays. AI watermarks are bust. Yeah, There's no AI watermark on the bombing, so we got to see if it's AI or not. I don't even know where you're going with that, but it's funny. Mhm. So you guys probably didn't hear what Jackie said, but I don't really know how to sum it up other than what she wrote. She basically said it's this could all easily be AI. Not easily, but it could all be AI. And I'm with her on that. We have no idea what actually happened. But Trumpet said, or no, not Trumpet. Tracy Nanette. Whew, y'all's names are way too close for me right now. Tracy Nanette says, LOL, I told my mom we just peacefully bombed Iran. Yeah, that's the thing. It was a peaceful bombing. Dumpster Fire says, fighting for peace is like screwing for virginity. George Carlin. Spot on, George Carlin. Another man gone too soon. He knew too much. They had to get that dude out of here. Yasman19 says, my main fear are the sleeper cells that are in this country now due to the open borders during the Biden 4 years. So I understand where you're coming from with that. And I don't think that you necessarily mean, it could be fear, but I would want to reword that and maybe not even concern, but something that you're alert to, you're aware of, because fear is the mind killer. Fear clouds your thinking. Fear puts you into fight or flight automatically, and it puts you into the dialectic, the Hegelian dialectic, the white and black, the left and right, the two options only. There could always be a third option, but I understand what you're saying. And the sleeper cells that we were told about, which I do believe that they actually happened, but the sleeper cells that we were told about that were let in during the Biden 4 years, they're definitely of something to be aware of and be alert about. But I know that they're gonna, not I know, I'm almost positive they're gonna talk about this tonight, because I was listening to Alpha on X Spaces. That's actually how I found out about what was going on. He was on a space last night around like 2 a.m. But I have a feeling that these sleeper cells that were coming in, they were all being tracked. That's my personal opinion. I think that this strike wouldn't have happened if we didn't know where a lot of these cells were. It doesn't mean that some people didn't slip through the cracks, but I have a feeling that any large-scale attack on our soil had been mapped out ahead of time and either quashed or just contained. And Frederick Leathers is right. We need diverse points of view. Absolutely. That's the only way we're going to be able to figure it out, because if we're stuck in one side or the other, that's how we get played the same way we did for the last 200 years, ever since parties got started in this country. Indie Patriot 83 says, were you madder when Obama sent tons of cash or bombing the hell out of them? That's a good point. I think that's a big reason why the bombing happened, because the infrastructure and the artillery that they built up from all that money from the ballots of cash that Obama sent, it's probably what was just destroyed. A lot of that stuff probably one of the things that were just destroyed. So fascinating to me. We got another rant that just came in from Ty, 12 Indie Boy. Let me pull this off the screen. Ty says, I'm assuming everything is fake until proven otherwise. Just like everyone is a Fed until proven otherwise. Love the flow tonight. Thank you, Ty. And that was for $5. Thank you so much, Ty. Good to see you, brother. And I'm excited to see you and JC in Nashville. I know that you guys will probably be there a little bit early. But man, that's where we met you. So, well, is that where we met them? Yeah, we met you guys there. It's gonna be a reunion of all kinds. Good to see you, brother. And yeah, I'm totally with you, man. For me, everything is fake. So I do. The only thing I do, which I know that for Ty, this may be a little bit frustrating, but I take BB's stance of basically sitting on the fence. But it's because I consider everything fake until proven otherwise. But if I consider it 100% fake until proven otherwise, then I'm not going to do my due diligence and act out as if it is real. So Israel, good one. But yeah, I totally agree, man. It's the proof of the pudding is in the eating. I haven't eaten anything yet. And Ty says, yes, we will be there Wednesday. Actually, I think that's when Jackie and I are getting in. So we'll see you there. That's actually a good segue, guys. We are going to segue into talking a little bit about GART. We're about halfway through the show, and everybody knows what's about to come up. Let me take myself off the screen. Is there a way for me to... Yeah, this will work. Oh, yeah. Look at that background. Made by Adrian from Rise Attire, by the way. And I believe you guys can still hear me. But anyway. GART. I don't know which GART this is, to be honest. I think it's 11, maybe 12. But we've got the Great American Restoration Tour, aka GART, coming up in Nashville, April 9th through 12th. So our virtual tickets for GART 11 in Nashville, Tennessee are available now. You can grab them at the early bird special price now, between now and March 15th. So guys, beware the Ides of March. If you don't get your ticket, if you don't get your early bird tickets before March 15th, then you have to pay full price. After that, the regular price is $40. $40. That's for the virtual, by the way, guys. That's not a bad price. I think I paid $40 for maybe GART Vegas. But anyway, go ahead and get your GART tickets now, because I mean, if you get the early bird special and you only watch one day's worth of panels, you'll still get your money's worth. I can promise you that. Visit badlandsmedia.tv/events to snag the lowest price for virtual tickets. That's badlandsmedia.tv/events. And you guys can see it on the screen, but for anybody that's just listening, GART Nashville is going to be from April 9th through 12th. And the speakers are going to be John Harold, Chris Paul, Burning Bright, Zach Payne, G Money, Jordan Sather, CanCon, Alpha Warrior, Brad Zerbo, Ash in America, Jonathan Drake, Patriot, Abby Zerbo, Josh Reed, JB White, yours truly, Can Cooksey, Matt Trump, and Ghost of Bass Patrick Henry. So guys, make sure you go out there and get your GART tickets. At least get your virtual ones. If you can get there in person, it's well worth it. If you've never been to a GART, they're so much fun. It's like a family reunion, but with instead of like scheduled games, there is a dance party type thing, like dancing and music, welcome reception. But I think it's a dance party. It's dancing, music, and drinks. Don't take my word for it, but you usually get, I think it's 2 free drinks with the ticket, at least 1. There'll be a little like, you guys can't see me. There'll be a little like one time it was a token type thing. It was pretty cool, like a wooden nickel. I think that was for GART Deadwood. These are the only wooden nickels that I'd be willing to take, because my mama used to say, don't take any wooden nickels, which is something that it seems to be valuable, but is not. But these are actually worth something. They're probably worth more than a nickel, because I don't think you could ever get a drink for a nickel these days. Just saying. Even water is like 25 cents, 50 cents nowadays. So, and ice is 25 cents at some places. But anyway, get your GART tickets. From now to March 15th, you can get the virtual ones for the early bird price. And then after that is $40. So yeah, come to GART, people. It's going to be a good time. Do you know what hotel we're staying at? Oh, Jackie said she doesn't think they want to announce the hotel, but I'm pretty sure that they probably have. Just because that'll be where the event is at. But Nashville's a fun city, man. They call it it's like the bachelor capital of the world, or bachelorette capital of the world. They have all the bachelorette parties, and as much as that may be annoying to some of you, you can actually avoid them. Just don't go into some of the bars. Like any bar that is like somewhat nice, you're probably not going to see bachelorettes in there. But you can have a good time anywhere in Nashville, and there's a lot of like, not speakeasies, but like bars within bars, or bars like down below, bars up top. Yeah, connected, Jackie said. That's not what I would describe it as, but that's what she said. But yeah, get your GART tickets, guys. All right, let's get back into the show. So next up, let's get off of Truth Social, because I think that was all the posts I had from Truth Social. Yeah, because I'm not going to play that whole 8-minute video. But if you see a video that looks like this, vet it first. But if you see a video that looks like this, 8 minutes and 6 seconds, this is Trump's post from last night or early in the morning, talking about the strikes and why we did them, etc., etc. But anyway, let's move on over to X. I had some things that I wanted to show you guys before all this stuff popped off, and we're going to start off with stuff from the 24th. This one was fascinating to me. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, only because it's a post. You never know if these posts are real or not, but I'm going to act as though, or not act, I'm going to comment on it as though it is true, because this is an awesome story if true. It's not awesome to start, but it has an awesome finish to it. So let me go ahead and pull it up. That's the sound. And let me get this music cut out. We don't have anything else that came in yet. Nope. All right. So I'm going to cut the music. Got to pause myself for a second. All right. We should be good sound-wise. So this post, this is from dudes posting their W's or wins for people that don't understand. I usually use this for this account for Ycrome's videos because I have a bunch of funny stuff. Rebel Nader says, so tell us more. Spoiler alert. Yeah. But anyway, so this says a missing 2-year-old in Arizona was found after moving company workers recognized a woman from an Amber Alert and reported suspected trafficking activity to authorities. Insane. So I'm just going to let this video play. It is 1 minute and 16 seconds. And this seems real to me. So I'm just going to act as though it is. But not either way, but this is, in my personal opinion, this is something that a lot of us, if we were in this situation, we would do this. But I know that some people, they're so afraid of being wrong that they're not willing to think about the fact that if this is real, this is a very, in my opinion, it's a heroic thing. It should be something that everybody does, but it's very heroic. So let me let this play.
Oh my God, that's her.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yep, that's her. It looks like her.
Took a picture of her, and he's like looking at her. And in the thing, it said the lady's wearing like pink pants.
The Amber Alert, the one I yesterday?
Never? Yesterday? That one.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Did I block your truck?
Huh?
Did I block them?
Should block. Let me write it down.
Texas plate.
Texas plate, what is it?
Is she a young girl? You can't look it up of what she looks like?
Yes, I can. It's right here.
Got it. Show me a picture, because I know what that girl looks like. She ran right past me.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God, that's her. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yep, that's her. It looks like her. That's exactly what she looks like.
So that was actually 1 minute and 17 seconds, but I mean, you guys saw it. That's man, that I had to stop myself and think, is this real? Because the moment I saw that, I was just like, inside, I was just cheering, man. I was just like, this is something. Thank you, Shizer. I was waiting for somebody to respond real quick. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Yes. And it's crazy because I remember, and this is me being totally honest, when I was younger, I'd get these Amber Alerts on my phone, especially when I lived in Florida. I was in my 20s. And I would honestly get annoyed getting those alerts because your phone would buzz. Now I was not heartless. I felt bad for the child, but I always thought to myself, like, I'm never going to see this person. By the time they put out this alert, not that they're never going to be found, but like by the time they put out this alert, it's going to everybody. I'm not on the road. I'm in my room, whatever. I would try to remember the color of the car and maybe a couple letters in the license plate. And if I ever saw a car that looked like it, I would look for it. But I remember just being more I was selfish, man. I was just thinking about myself, thinking about how it affected me. And once I got into my 30s, man, and I got right with God, I realized that not only could I help save a life, but it's my duty as an adult, especially as a man, but as an adult, to be on the lookout for that. I'm here to protect every human being that is around me, that I can, that is vulnerable, that is innocent, especially children. And yes, 12 indie boy says appears real. Yeah, the video was too like not grainy, but that's kind of what it was. It was a little too grainy for it to be just some made up thing right here. Perfect. Thank you so much, Ty. Let me see if I can pull up this thing real quick. Let's see. Share this tab instead. Let me take this down. I just realized the video is going to start playing. Sorry for the noise, guys, if it starts playing. Yeah. So here we go. Let me move this down here so I can actually see it. Whoa, that is sketching out. All right. So the brief. Kalani Rogers, 2 years old, was allegedly abducted from her Avondale home on February 21st, prompting an Amber Alert. Rogers and the suspect in the Amber Alert, 23-year-old Marina Noriega. Wow, that name, Noriega. If anyone doesn't know, that's a famous drug lord. I think he was Venezuelan, actually. But Marina Noriega were spotted the following day at a Phoenix Quick Trip. Camelback moving employees spotted Noriega at the Quick Trip and blocked her vehicle with their trucks until police arrived at the scene. Now, if you do that, guys, one, if you can, make sure you have a weapon. Well, make sure you have a weapon of some sort, even if it's something in your hand that's not a gun, because you never know how these people are going to react. Also, keep your distance to start or at least view what's going on around. And this is just advice from a human being, not from, I have no law enforcement background. I have no weapons training. I just know how to protect myself. But you never know how this could go. My guess is that this Noriega lady had no idea that anyone was tracking her. I mean, she probably knew because she had kidnapped the kid, but anyway, that's block the vehicle. That's the biggest thing because you don't want them to be able to get away in the vehicle. Make sure the license plate is right. And yeah, call the authorities right away. Even if you're not sure, call the authorities, let them know, hey, I think this might have happened. Rocky Topologist says, was she Ty says that he saw multiple articles, just use this one. So that's good to know that most likely it's real. Not real, but like it's been reported on multiple outlets. But Rocky Topologist says, was she related to the child or just some random person? I'm not totally sure, to be honest. I just saw the video. I did a little search to see if it had popped up, and I noticed that it did, and so I figured I'd play this for you guys. But let me see. We'll read a little bit of the backstory. So it says, on February 21st, an Amber Alert was issued for 2-year-old Kalani Rogers, who disappeared from her home near 118th Avenue, Thomas Road. Her parents reported her missing around 8 a.m. The toddler was seen with Noriega. Was found. Possible sighting was reported. The tipsters reported picking Noriega and Rogers up near Friendship Park in Avondale, driving them to Maricopa. Maricopa. Interesting. Maricopa. Lots of shady shit happening in that area, where Noriega mentioned catching a train to California. Wow. City surveillance video showed her in Maricopa with a 2-year-old. According to court documents, Noriega said they slept on the street. Rogers was not hurt, and Noriega was taken into custody for a third degree felony charge of custodial interference. The Amber Alert was canceled. Police said Noriega was a recently met acquaintance of Rogers' family. So not related. Wow. This person deserves the harshest punishment you can possibly get for this. I don't know what it is in Arizona law. I'm glad that she didn't take the child across state lines, but I think that factoring in the fact that she was trying to take her across state lines, I think that needs to go into account too. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Rocky Topologist said, no shit, that's where Raising Arizona happened. I don't know too much about that. I know they made a movie about it, but yeah. Custodial interference. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, custodial interference. It's fucking kidnapping, man. There you go. Oh, that's not the one. Right here. I Like Fish said straight up kidnapping. Absolutely. Babysitter gone rogue, question mark. That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking that this was somebody that they had just met. I'm not going to keep reading the article because I don't want to give this person too much time, but it's in the chat, obviously, guys. If you want to go look at it on your own time, I'll do some more digging into it, and maybe I'll bring it up on Y Chromes or something. But yeah, there's some sick people in this world, guys. Make sure we keep our eyes peeled because we're out there protecting all the innocent people around us. We I know that many of us have our own children in our family, whether it's our actual children, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, whatever. But eyes peeled. Eyes peeled. This world's getting crazy. I forgot. Actually, it was naturally Nikki last night on OnlyFans, OnlyFans on OnlyLands. She and I were going back and forth about how we just feel like the demons in the darkness are coming into the light, but they're really ramping up. There's a lot, you can sense the evil more and more each day. But just we got to keep our eyes peeled, man, because we're all on high alert at this point, is what I'm trying to say. This is a crazy time period to be living in, and if we're winning the way that we believe that we're winning, which is going to be a nice lead into the next thing, things like that are going to be happening more and more because we're cutting off all their streams, all their revenue to funnel kids and just all kinds of evil things. So eyes peeled, people, eyes peeled. This one is a little bit less relevant because it is from the 26th, but I'm just going to go ahead and show it because I thought it was hilarious. This is from the White House account on X. And for anybody that thinks that Donald Trump, not us, but anyone that thinks Donald Trump is just an angry man, like he thinks that he's just better than everyone else, what kind of person would allow them to put this out and keep it up? It says, can't stop winning. It's almost Friday. Donald Trump with his awesome hair from the State of the Union speech mixed with that smirk that nobody else can emulate. God, I love that guy. He's hilarious. Yeah. And to go back a little bit, Shyster says, yes, the evil is real, but God is so much bigger and so much more powerful. Absolutely, 100%. And I couldn't agree with you more, man. A lady. The evil is real. Evil is everywhere. Evil is ramping up, but God is so much bigger, and God wins in the end. Mo Queer. Hey, Cam, you will love my new song that I wrote. Would you like to hear it? Where can I send it? If you follow me on X, or if you can get to my X account, it's a Cam Cooksey 1776 on X. Send it to me. You could probably DM it to me. I don't think my DMs are blocked. But if not, if you get a GART ticket, you could, well, actually, no, you can't send in the GART chat. But if you get a GART ticket and you're on Telegram, you can DM me on Telegram. But those are the two best places, or if you have Truth Social. So yeah, thank you so much for that. That Donald Trump one that picture was about winning, but it was more just for the hilarity of his face. But that ties in nicely to this next one, or what Schleiser said ties in nicely to this next one. And this is a post from Eric Rice. You know, I always have to have an Eric Rice post on here. Let me pull this one up. So it's a quote post. So I'll read the one from Navigating the Lies first. It says, the tempter is operating at maximum overdrive. Lord, please deliver us from temptation and lead us away from evil. Please grant us discernment to recognize Satan's schemes and strength to overcome them. Thy will be done. Amen. And I love this. I guess it's a meme, but this picture right here, it says, pray without ceasing because Satan is praying without ceasing. Let me say that again. Pray without ceasing because Satan is praying without ceasing. So praying, Satan's praying EY, but pray AY. I love that. And Eric Rice said, it's a quote from, or he quoted Charles Spurgeon. It says, discernment is not knowing the difference between right and wrong. It's knowing the difference between right and almost right. And to me, that's very important because what we end up doing is we consider things to be right or wrong, good or bad. But there's some things that are almost right, that are real sexy, for lack of a better word, but they're not pure. They're not pure of heart, which is not truth. So it's a fancy lie. And those are the ones that get people the most caught up because, I mean, it's real easy to tell something's terrible, but it's not as easy to tell if something is bad when it seems to be good. You guys know that. So we got another one from Eric Rice. These are both from the 26th, so 2 days ago on Thursday. This one I really loved, and I think it's really important right now. And obviously he didn't know about the strikes about to happen, but that mixed with the video I showed you guys about the little girl I think this is very, very important right now. And I'm going to make this one full screen as well so we can see it. So Eric Rice on X says, as followers of Christ, we are called to engage in a spiritual battle, not one fought with physical weapons, but with spiritual tools. The reality of spiritual warfare is often overlooked, yet it is all around us. The enemy seeks to steal, kill, and destroy. That's from John, or it's paraphrased from John 10:10. Using deception, lies, and temptation to undermine our faith and cause division. God has not left us defenseless. He has given us everything we need to stand firm against the enemy's attacks. In Ephesians 6:10 through 18, Paul lays out the armor of God, which equips us for battle. This armor is not just symbolic, it is practical and vital for our victory. I'm going to read that again, guys. This armor is not just symbolic, it is practical and vital for our victory. As you face spiritual battles, like the ones that we're dealing with these days, especially after last night and just in general, as you face spiritual battles, remember that you are not fighting alone. God has equipped you and he is with you every step of the way. Stand firm in his strength, arm yourself with his truth, and trust in his victories. And the quote is from Ephesians 6:11, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Guys, even in this this time period that we're in, where we're winning so much, there's a lot of devilish schemes that are right in the coattail of God's wins. Keep your full armor on. And as Scheisler said, and I just read, the full armor of God is so important. So important, guys. You will not get through life without it. You will not. All right, let's see what's next up. Oh, by the way, YouTube, I accidentally covered you guys up. So if you were saying stuff to me in the chat that I didn't see on here, I apologize. Yeah, you guys are you referring to the sleeper cells that are, oh, they're talking to each other right now. All right, so YouTube, I'm going to cut you guys out in probably like 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes, but after a couple posts, because I would like to play the video that my buddy Daniel sent me of, in my opinion, he's well, actually, no, he's an American hero because he's a firefighter, but right now he's on, I guess it's considered leave because he's fighting in the UFC. So I believe it's UFC, but he had a victory today, and it was a short fight, but I'm going to play that just to kind of amplify our American strength, because it's not just in war and battle, but the spirit of America is strong and well. So a couple more of these X posts, and then I'm going to cut YouTube, and I'll put the links in the chat. If Jackie's willing to do it, I'll have her do it. But if not, I will do it. So next up, we've got, let's see. Oh, this one's great. Actually, I'll save that one for last. We'll go young to old. Usually I go old to young, but young to old. So Donald Trump. Let's see. All right, here we go. So Donald Trump's quote, I believe it was from the State of the Union, but I'm not totally sure. Right here. So this is from the White House account on X from the 24th, 9:49 p.m. And it says, now it's our turn. Now it's our turn. And Donald Trump said, from 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for the next. Now it's our turn. And that's kind of what I was talking about, guys. We have a responsibility to this country and to each other to carry on the legacy of people that came before us. Not the legacy of the bad, but I was going to say the good, bad, and the indifferent of our legacy matters. And we want to promote and highlight the good. Peyton Pooh's here. Good to see you, brother. He says, hey, fam. Good to see you. A little bit of personal stuff real quick from the state of Georgia. Gas prices are down. Georgia's average gas price stands at $2.71 per gallon, down 40% from its all-time record Biden era high, and even greater savings on the horizon. It's from the White House as well. Says the same thing. We got a couple more. Let me pull it down because I don't want to show too much. I don't want to show my hand. Where's the other? I have another one talking about gas. Oh, here we go. The other gas one is that one's not that important. But Sean Duffy on X I won't play the video because I don't want to waste a minute and a half. But Secretary Sean Duffy says the cost of gas in Georgia is down 20 cents a gallon, all thanks to President Trump's policies to make the cost of living more affordable. And Georgians are paying attention. Now, you can go watch the video on your own. But the reason I brought it up is because I think a lot of this ties into Venezuela and Iran. I think that the oil is always going to be an important part of these strategic strikes, whether we like it or not. We got oil wars still going on, or not oil wars, oil battles still going on. But hey, man, we're winning. This one is really funny to me, at least. This is from someone named Riley on X, and the post reads, ignore the lady down here. She's got a creepy face. The Inspector Index says, breaking, Jordan says it shot down 2 Iranian ballistic missiles. And Riley said, LeBron never did that. That one was just a fun one for me. This one is from Ezra Cohen on X. And I only brought this one up because the Department of War says Operation Epic Fury. And then he says this operation, which is orders of magnitude more complex than absolute resolve, is a real testament to the all-star team of Rubio, Kane, Ratcliffe, and Hegseth that President Trump has assembled. And I brought this one up because, to me, those are the people that will either take blame or praise for the decision to have these strikes on Iran. And if you trust these people, then you may see it as a good thing. If you don't trust them, you may see it as a bad thing. But I would keep an eye on these names. Let me pull it back up again. I keep an eye on these names: Rubio, Kane, Ratcliffe, and Hegseth. So information that comes out from them seems like it would be the place that the narrative of this Operation Epic Fury will be disseminated. So, I mean, take that information however you want to take it. But those are the people that I'm going to be looking toward in the next few days to see what they have to say about it, and then try to decipher from there what's it's all propaganda, but what's bullshit, what's real, what's necessary, all that stuff. And the last post actually I have 2 posts from Eric Rice on here. And this one I thought was fascinating and perfect timing. So this one says, this is Matthew 5:9. So Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. And now we got to see if peace comes from this or if more war comes from it. Because if more war comes from it, then these people will not be called children of God. Now, there's obviously other factors in it, but I just think that's very fascinating. I want to see what happens. And then this is the one that I think will resonate the most with people. I know that everyone's got different thoughts about what's going on, but Eric says, and this is from today at 11:56. He says, all right, I'm going back to being with my family as I try to do every weekend, which is something that we should all probably try to do, especially if you have the family to spend time with, because I know some of us have been ostracized from our family. We've been kind of put out to pasture, but you have your family here, so you can get together with the people in this community, talk about stuff that's fun and lighthearted. But he says, everything is going to be fine in the end. God bless you all. And that's so true. Everything's going to be fine in the end because God wins. And he writes or quotes Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So, like the video I played last week, guys, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. And it's because God wins in the end. Just be on his side. Let's see how much time we got left. All right, we got about 13 minutes left. And I'll go over a little bit just because people's not going to be on. It'll be on Alpha will be doing stuff on his channel. But I like for you guys to be able to see that because I think it's be interesting. Meerkat said cheese makers. No, I mean, you can make cheese, but Badlander fan says faith equals child of God. Yes, faith in God gives you, it equals child of God. Jessica Garner says Coming in late, working. Much love to you, Cam. Thank you. Much love to you as well. Rebel Nader says, but I'm afraid evil has infiltrated too far. Well, I would tell you exactly what Karo said. Pray that God's will be done. Exactly. Rebel Nader. And what if God's will is to eliminate us ridiculous humans? I know this is a tough one, but God's will be done. If we've gone so far past the point of no return, then that's on us, man. That's not on God. He's given us plenty of chances. Now, I personally believe that if we are to be eliminated, this is going to go dark for a second, guys, but if we are to be eliminated, that means that God has a better plan. And I'm not one to say that my plan's better than God's plan. I don't think that us surviving, if God wants us to not survive, first of all, I don't believe that. But if that was the case, then God's will be done. And I'm with Karos again. Man, we're on the same page tonight. Ma'am, we are on the same page tonight. She said, God created us and loves us. Exactly. And us here in this community, I can't speak for everybody, but most of the people that I met in person that I know in this community, we don't wish harm upon any God-fearing soul around the world. We only want to eradicate evil and the vessels of evil if they need to be eradicated, because sometimes people can be saved. It's not going to be us that saves them. God's going to save them, but we can do our part to get them to God. So, but it's a tough thing to think about sometimes, because I thought about that before too. What if I'm so corrupted and evil? This is something I used to think about a lot when I was younger. What if I'm so corrupted and evil that I shouldn't be here? And then I also thought to myself, well, that's not my decision to make. That's God's decision. So all I can do is be a better person, talk to him, ask him for forgiveness, first of all, from the things that I've done that I'm ashamed of or feel like I shouldn't have done, or that don't line up with his teachings, his word, or the teachings of Jesus Christ, his word. And then on top of that, like Bay Theater Dave said, everything's going to be okay. If God wins in the end, then I don't need to worry about anything. I don't need to fear. All I need to do is love him and listen to him. Our job's actually very easy. We just complicate it. Now, this one is a beautiful one that I saw. I will play the video of this. This is from Johnny Maga on X. And this one I'm going to read, and then I'm going to put it up on the screen. Actually, I'll just put the whole thing on the screen. So it says, Trump just gave a Marine a challenge coin and then turned to the other Marine and told him that it was because it was the other's last flight. It's amazing how much he cares. Let me just play this. Only 19 seconds. Beautiful. Now, obviously, we couldn't hear the words, but the hand gesture plus the quote that was given to us, assuming that was the actual quote. But either way, man, just the fact that this guy, our president, takes his time to show love and appreciation for everybody that's not only protecting him, but protecting all of us and protecting the most important thing, which is God obviously is the most important thing, but God doesn't need our protection. But protecting this country. When it comes to their job is to protect this country. And wrong way. And he's proud of them, man. He's proud of them as we all are, but I just love it. This one, this will probably be I'll play this video first real quick. They're definitely going to talk about this video on their show later, on Alpha's show, because I saw them talking about it last night when everything popped off. But this video was fascinating to me. I don't know why. I think it was because there's some comms for all those people out there that hate the comms. There was definitely some comms from this video. The time it was posted and everything, but I'll let them get into that. But yeah, I'll just play this real quick. I did not tell you guys the timestamp. So he posted this at 11:50 p.m. on the 26th. So that would have been what, 2 days ago? I'm pretty sure that was giving us a little bit of foreshadowing for what was about to happen. And I don't know if anybody heard the song. Yep, Rebelnator got it. Enter Sandman. Eleanor 2000 says, loved this video. Yeah. CSUSB Geochem1 said, B-52s, you never look so good. Yeah, they look so beautiful in formation like that. I can't even imagine what it would feel like. Oh. You guys can read that one. It says 12 Indie Boy. Well, then apparently, thank you for your service is in order. 10 Hut. Yeah. Ty, for the people that don't know, Ty's a Marine. I don't know if he's the most senior Marine in Badlands, but at the actually, was he? I think he was the most senior Marine at the last Marine birthday that we celebrated. So that would have been in oh my God, I can't think of the city now. Cocoa Beach. But yes, don't let Ty's stature fool you. He pardon my language, he'll gut a motherfucker if he has to. Man, I love being able to cuss on this show. Anyway, I love this video. Strength, man. American strength. There's nothing like it. I genuinely feel so secure and safe in this country, knowing that we have the military that we have right now. I felt so safe and secure even when we had those other horrible presidents, but there's just something different about like promoting it and being proud of being strong. Like I don't feel like I don't have to censor myself and censor I never had to, but I don't feel the need to appease other people. Proud of the country I live in, proud of the men and women that protect this country. This lady's not my family member because I think we may have one Navy person, but my family's full Marines. But I wanted to shout out this lady. This is from the Undersecretary of War. Let me go to his page. Oh, Anthony J. Tata. He put this post out there. Let me pull it up on the screen. And it says, oh, that's hard to see. That'll be easier for you guys. This is from the 26th around 3 o'clock. He says, and I think a lot of you guys are going to love this one. And by the way, after this, I'm going to cut YouTube and I'm going to take us over to just Rumble because we're going to get out of here very shortly. So Undersecretary of War Anthony Tata says, today our Department of War Office of the Undersecretary of War for Personnel and Readiness. Sorry, that reminds me of an Office joke. But anyway, it says today our Department of War team is spotlighting Esther Rose Corridon, a hospital corpsman who was involuntarily separated on June 1st, 2022 for her refusal to take the COVID-19 vaccine. After POTUS signed Executive Order 14184, HM2, I don't know what that means, but HM2 Corridon contacted the U.S. Navy to pursue reinstatement and regain the brotherhood and sisterhood she enjoyed prior to her discharge. Under the leadership of Secretary of War and Secretary of the Navy, and with concierge support from the Navy COVID-19 reinstatement team, she was reinstated on February 17th, 2026 as a first-class petty officer with more than 3 years of active duty credit and back pay. HM1 Corridon has since reported to Navy Medicine Operational Training Command and is continuing her master's program with the goal of commissioning as a human resource officer. And the quote says, I am looking forward to more leadership experience and working with genuine people. Go Navy. Her husband, daughter, and extended family are extremely proud of her return to the Navy. So are we. Welcome back to the fleet, HM1 Corridon. Guys, it's happening. All the people that stood strong on their convictions and trusted in the Lord and trusted in us too, to be honest. And I'm not saying us as in just like me, you, in this community, but every God-fearing patriot that said no to the jab that said this is bullshit, and that said that all of our men and women of the military deserve not only back pay, but they an apology, especially, but apology, back pay, and be reinstated, if not put to where they would be at if they had not been removed. This is hopefully maybe not the first, but this is one of many. Hopefully, I pray that that every single person that's still here with us gets compensation for, and even though you can't get time back, gets compensation for what happened. And I pray that all those people that we've lost, because there are people that have probably passed on since then. I hope that their families get some type of restoration, if you will. But yeah, man, that one made me happy. That I don't know who that lady is, besides obviously what I just read. I never heard the story before, but I saw that on my feed, and that was it. That was it. It got me smiling from ear to ear. So, all right, YouTube, I'm gonna cut you guys out. Let me get the link real quick to. You did? Let's see. I believe you. I just want to look just in case. That must have been a long time ago. Okay. Well, everybody on YouTube, head on over to, I believe, yeah, we're on X, we're on Rumble, and we are on Pilled. So head on over. Y'all take care. And I'll give you about 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3,